So for those of y'all that know my truck, y'all know that I have the headlights with the pods built into them. And I made a video a while back on how I did it, but I was just kind of talking about it. So this video, I'm gonna walk y'all through it because I've had a lot of people recently asking me how I did it. So you have to take everything off the headlight. So basically just this back piece and you'll be fine. Take these screws out. And then it'll just leave you with this. Take the headlights out. And then these are the same pods I had in there last time in my last set, just the Auxbeam. I think those are 4-inch pods. And in the low beams, which is a 9006, I've got the Auxbeam 9006s. So once you get everything taken apart, you want to turn on your oven to somewhere around 215, 220, and put one in at a time. Let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then whenever you take it out, you just need something to pry with, basically. Not too sure if this matters or not, but I don't like sitting them flat in the oven because the lens will be sitting on the grates. Probably won't matter, but I just kind of stick them in there on the back and just let them sit for 10 minutes. By the way, if you hadn't already guessed, we're taking the lenses off, so you will need something to reseal it. Just any kind of headlight sealer, glue, whatever. I got this stuff, the hard kind, because it's moldable. I just feel like it's easier to work with, but they make like more like a liquid kind that comes in a bottle. Just Google it, order it. It's not that expensive, but I prefer this stuff. All right. Now, all you want to do is start prying around the edges, just working your way around real slow. You don't want to break nothing. Butter knife works pretty good, getting up under there and prying up. And it's kind of hot, so you might want to hold it with something. All right, this one's giving me a little bit of problems trying to get something started up in there, so I'm gonna put it in for another 10 minutes. You might have to do this a couple times. I've had to do it before. Putting it in a couple times isn't gonna hurt anything, but you just need to do it as many times as you need to get that glue started, but don't ever do it longer than 10 minutes. I think I'm finally starting to get it. I had to put a steak knife in the corner and kind of pry it out enough to get the end of the butter knife in there and kind of just start wiggling it around. And I finally was able to pry it up and push it up in there. And now I'm just kind of working my way down just to loosen everything up. And you just want to do this all the way around. It's probably a good idea to start on the bottom of the headlight too, just because you'll see that less, but it's not really that big a deal. I mean, you can kind of see a little bit of stuff there, but once you put new glue in there, you know it's not going to show up too much. So I finally got up into it. You want to be really careful whenever you're going in that you don't scratch the front of that housing, especially if you have black. If you have chrome, not so much, but if you have black, you can scratch it. But yeah, you just kind of want to work your way around. And I've only gotten this side so far. Just kind of want to wiggle it till you finally get it up in there, and then just kind of pry back and forth. But yeah, I've only got this front or this bottom side and then around here. So from there I should be able to start working my way around and prying it. But once you finally get up in it, the hard part's done, and then you can move on. So like I said, once you finally get something into the headlight, the hard part's over. You just work your way around, prying slowly, and it eventually comes off. Now you want to peel all this glue off, all the way around the lens, everywhere, so that way whenever you seal it back, it has a good seal. Once you get them all apart, you want to clean them up real good and make sure you have the lenses and inside the housings real clean, because you're not going to be able to get back in there. And this is why I like this glue so much better, because you can mold it, because it comes a lot thicker than you need. And you just want to run it all the way around. Just run it real thin all the way down, put it around the lens. So once you get it worked down all the way around and kind of pat it down real good, ready to put the pods in, they literally just pop in there. And it's like a super tight fit, and then once you put the lens on top of it, it kind of holds everything real tight up in there, so they're not going to move. Just make sure you got it centered in there. Make sure you're putting it in the right hole, and just run your wire out the backside and set your lens on top. Start pressing it down. A pair of pliers works really good, but you might crack around the edges, so just be careful. And then once you get it in there pretty good, you can take those little metal clamps that were on there before and pop them back on, help hold it on. Alright, now once I get the lens on, clamp down and push down and I feel good about it, what I like to do is where it oozed out the sides right here, I just kind of pack it down around it, make it flat all the way around. I just kind of feel like that helps seal it a little bit better. And I've never had a set of these fog up or anything, so I'm gonna keep doing the same thing. But once you get all that done, you're obviously gonna have a big hole back here. So what I do, I take more of this stuff, and what I do is I just spiral it around the wire, so the wire is dead center in there, and just kind of keep it, just get it all airtight and everything all around there. That way no moisture gets in from the backside. Something like this here. It's kind of like Play-Doh, so you just roll it around, smush it all together, make sure it's all sealed real tight around the edges. I took this thing off that was there because it's got space up underneath it. You can see right there. And it would have made it more difficult to get it airtight, so I took that off. So whenever you put it in the truck, you just hook this up to whatever you want. And this headlight is done. So I'm gonna get started on that one, and then I'll come back whenever they're both ready. And once you're done, they'll look a lot like this. Now, if you wanted to do the halo rings that everybody does, you would use the same process just to get the lenses off. But mounting them is a little bit more different. But there's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to do that, so that wouldn't be hard to find. But now these are ready to go in the truck. So I'll probably have a video coming out pretty soon about all that. Really appreciate all y'all watching. If there's anything that I didn't answer in this video, like if you're doing this at home and you have a question about something that I didn't answer, just let me know. Put it in the comments. I'll try to get them answered as quick as I can. Or message me on Snapchat. I pretty much answer all those right after you send them. I try to stay up to date on that. My Snapchat and Instagram are always down in the description in every single video, so get on that. Make sure y'all subscribe to see everything that's about to go on with the truck, because this is just the first start of it. I have plenty of other parts in my room right now, and a lot of it is starting here in a couple days, so a lot of videos about to be coming out, so make sure y'all subscribe. And I'm looking forward to the next video. Hope y'all are too, and I will see y'all then.